Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Darren and Josh make a movie.
Hey, this is Darren and Josh Make a Movie, and we're here about to film for the Movie Crypt podcast. We're doing a crossover episode, and he should be coming out right now.
It's locked.
It's locked?
It's locked.
What time did he say we were supposed to be here?
Right now.
Straight to voicemail?
Yeah,
All right.
Okay. Now,
Let's take a little walk around. I don't know. So
we've now been outside of Area Scope for about an hour and a half. This is not only disrespectful, it's enraging. I will tell you a funny story while we wait. We were making Mother's Day. Again, all my stories somehow revolve around Scott Milam. And we knew that if Brett Ratner called us, he was always going to be at least 90 minutes late. And so we get a phone call, like the movie was done. And we get a phone call from an assistant, and it says, "Hey, Brett wants you over on Friday night to screen the movie." And I said, "I'm not coming over to Brett's on Friday night." You remember that scene in Boogie Nights where Thomas Jane, Dirk Diggler, they go to the drug dealer's house, and there's the
Yes, throwing firecrackers.
Every time you go to Brett Ratner's house, that's exactly what it's like. It is the most insane, chaotic, just batshit. And I at that point, I was kind of over everything, and I was like, "I'm not showing up on a Friday night." They're like, no, he's going to be there. And so I was like, he's going to be there at 7:00 on a Friday night. If you know Brett Ratner, he ain't showing up anywhere at 7:00. They're like, no, he guarantees it. So I tell Scott, let's show up at 8:00. So we show up at 8. Brett's still not there. And they go, don't worry, he's going to be here right away. And now it's like 9:00, and I'm getting pissed. And I call him up. He's like, dude, I'm right down the street. I'll be there in 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 9:15. 9:30, and now I'm fucking enraged. Brett calls me. I'm in the driveway. I'll be right there. 10:00. I was like, this is it. I'm fucking leaving. So at this point, we've been there 2 hours. I showed up an hour late. We pick up our stuff to go, and as we go, I hear him coming in the door, and he's got the most beautiful model I've ever seen in my life. And Brett goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I got held up." And I'm just not having it. So we have to go upstairs. Oh, because he goes, screening room's down right now, so we're gonna watch it in our bedroom. And I'm like, this is already like, I'm not, none of these shenanigans for me, please. But we do. We go up to Brett's bedroom, and I am on the floor with my back against his bed. He is up on his bed. This is a true story. We watch the movie, and then about 20 or 30 minutes in the movie, I hear and over his intercom goes, Mr. Ratner, the butler is here. I'm like, motherfucker's gonna have his house clean. We're in the middle of the movie, and they said, send him up. So we're still watching the movie. The door opens up. I hear a commotion, and I hear a jump on the bed. I hear the springs go, doing. Movie ends. And I hear this guy with this really thick accent goes, "That's an all right movie, mate." And I'm doing a bad accent. And I turn around, and it's Gerard Butler, not the Butler. And so it's Brett, Gerard Butler, and this model in the bed. And that was the calmest, most tame story of all the times that I was at Brett Ratner's house. I will tell you one other story. One of the first times I go, I had my afro at the time, and I'll put a picture of what my afro looked like. And I'm sitting on his couch, and I realized as I'm sitting there, his grandmother is knitting on this chair, and she's knitting, and I'm sitting next to this dude who's staring at me. The guy's mad dogging me, and it was Russell Simmons. So Russell Simmons is mad dogging me. His grandmother is knitting. Brett is yelling on the phone to somebody, and there's a dude just right out of my eyesight playing banjo. Now, past him, there's a big window, and I can see beautiful women swimming in his pool. And then I realized who the dude with the banjo is. It was the director of the movie Capote. So Russell Simmons is staring at me, and he's looking at my hair. He's looking at me, and he goes, "What the fuck is wrong with your hair? Get a haircut." And his meemaw is smiling and knitting, and Brett's screaming at the top of his lungs. Again, that was one of the more calm stories that I can talk about. This might be up there with him keeping us out here now for going on an hour and a half. That motherfucker.
All right, well.
All right, our next two guests, not only have both of them been on previous Yorkiethons, one of them is the reigning champ of the Movie Crypt, because anytime he comes in and does an episode, he's one of the only people we've brought back multiple times. He always has the craziest stories. Also, though, between the two of them, because they've been involved in like 600 Saw films, they have donated so much awesome stuff to the silent auction over the years. So much awesome stuff. In fact, this year, one of the best things in this year's auction, and there's a lot of great shit, there is the full set of Saw trap designs from Spiral from the Book of Saw. One page of this, because there's very few of these that exist, has been seen going on eBay for $1,000. This is all 16 pages together. Each page is signed by the director and the writer of Spiral from the Book of Saw. I don't know how much more I can possibly build these two up, but they have a new podcast that just started a few weeks ago called Darren and Josh Make a Movie, or is it Josh and Darren Make a Movie? Yeah, see, it's Darren and Josh Make a Movie. You can see it on YouTube or wherever it is that you like to watch podcasts. It's great because they're taking audiences through the process of making a movie. Please welcome back to Yorkiethon, Darren, Lynn, Bousman, and should we introduce him afterwards or what?
I think he could sit out actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for him to come running in.
No, I think he's gone.
Is he gone?
Oh, he's.
Oh no, he's coming in.
Hey everyone, welcome to Darren and Josh Make a Movie.
And Josh Stolberg is here as well. Wait, let me get you your chair and all the drinks.
Dude, you're looking good, man.
Who? Me?
I was talking to me. I saw my reflection.
All right, so let's have everyone move in this way a little bit.
Yes.
We'll move these microphones in, and I'm gonna move this here. All right, so coming this way a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Darren, good. Josh, good. All right, we're all in, and I'm gonna move this a little bit. But good. There we go. All right, so you guys started a podcast. How many weeks into it are you right now?
We've dropped 6 episodes so far and brought in some great guests already. We had Dead Meat James, we had Haname Lee, we had Lauren Livera, we had a bunch of writers that I've worked with. It's been a blast. We've just been having a great time talking to people.
So what is different about what you guys are doing with your show, Darren and Josh Make a Movie, than like what we do talking to filmmakers?
Nothing. We're trying to ride on your coattails.
Why are you trying to steal your audience?
No, we actually that was a concern because I we're like 30 years late to the podcast game. I think my son even has a better podcast with more listeners than we do at this point.
Yeah, but you're like 3 weeks in. It takes a while.
I know. No, we are. You said it. I mean, we are basically going to take audience. It's like Project Greenlight, but with a lot more drinking and foul language. Where every week we're getting closer to whatever movie we're going to make, and we're doing it with the audience. And actually, we're taking a lot of their ideas as we're going through it and reading their comments. And we are.
That's awesome though, because think about the people who do crowdfunds where it's like you could be a producer if you donate this much money or whatever, but you're not really a producer. You're just going to get a credit or whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that you guys now to sort of peel back the curtain a little bit though, is your did you already have like a plan to really make a movie and then you're like, we're going to take everyone with us?
No.
Or
We have no idea. We don't know what we're making yet. We know we started from scratch so that we could really bring the audience in and let them experience what it's like just from the inception of an idea, for us fighting about what's good, what's bad. And to go back, I know he was just making a joke about the differences between our shows, but our show is really, it's about an end game of making one particular movie. Like that's it. Like we are moving toward that, and the show will progress in the same way a production does. So right now we're in the inception stage. We'll get into pre-production. When we start casting, we'll start bringing in casting directors. So the interviews will be structured based on where we are in the process and what the next stage is.
Can I tell you what makes me really sad? I'm staring at people leaving the chat as we're talking. Like Doug Benson. Like I know Doug, he just fucking left. Megan, fuck you.
No, they left a long time ago. That was earlier today.
Okay, good. Because I was really sad.
This is the chat. As you can see, it's a very
My favorite though
is
Joe Lynch leaving. When we came on, he was like, "Peace out, I'm gone, I'm out."
Did you see what he just did?
I saw he was in New York, and I'm guessing was he in the location from?
Yes, but I wasn't so sure he was actually in New York. I thought he just was lazy and didn't want to come in.
And Kane Hodder.
And there's Kane Hodder.
We've talked about Kane Hodder in the last three of our episodes.
Yeah,
I don't know him at all, and we've talked about
It's always great to talk about Kane Hodder.
Yeah,
Kane, you did fuck up. Kane, if you're listening, I brought you up in the last 3 podcasts. I'll be coming to you soon because we have an idea for you.
But this is really cool. Like, even if you've just seen the trailer, like the promos for what they're doing with their podcast, they're showing the process, like all of it, and speaking to people who've been through it, who are lending their stories and their expertise. So, like, it's one thing like what we do, where it's just we bring each person on. How'd you get started? How'd you do this? What are your trials and tribulations? But rather than just focusing on an individual, they're using individuals to help color in the process that we've all been through.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's really exciting because as Josh was saying, it's not just going to be we're talking to actors. Like one of the first episodes we talked to development execs, and knowing what is it when you get a script makes you say, this is the script I'm going to pass through to my boss. What makes you put it down? Talking to story editors, casting directors, we're going through the process. Like, what does it take for you to recommend a script to an agency to say, yeah, you guys should look at this, to your actor? So talking to agents, trying to hopefully find that formula. I've made 18 films. Josh just had a movie released a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Skill House. That was what, last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend.
Last weekend. Oh, wait. We have a special guest coming in.
Hey, Kane, what's up, brother?
I am so sorry, guys.
We can't see you though.
I know. What is going on? Wait, oh, here it is. Sorry.
This happened the last time I was on his. There he is. Hey.
I'm in my fucking garage. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. VC did a great job. We just did finish Jason Takes Manhattan. Joe was in Manhattan, and here he is, right there, and found somebody with a hockey mask on.
I stole the mask. I got the fucking mask. All for you, Kane, you motherfucker.
Oh God, is that Joe? Really?
Yes, he's in Manhattan.
Oh, put it back on, Joe, please.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
I am.
It's fine.
Kane, we were just talking about you. We are doing our own podcast, and we brought you up 3 times in the last 3 episodes. Like,
Wait, hang on. The lights just went out. I gotta turn it on.
I had that effect on people.
Be careful. I heard that garage floods with toxic waste at midnight.
So
That's
Joe,
kinda
you
terrifying.
want to be with us? Is that why you moved? You went to New York?
I immediately heard that you two were going to be within 100 yards of my vicinity, and I said I got to get the fuck out of the state.
I mean, it was literally, we literally saw Joe getting in a car as we were driving up. He's like, peace.
No, I was like, fuck you guys. So how's podcast life, boys? Welcome to the party, pals.
Oh, I know, we're like 30 years too late to this game.
You're never too late.
But the other problem
you guys are too
is like we're shooting everything we're shooting. It's like we're making a TV show every week. Because
You're making us look bad with all your fancy fucking After Effects graphics and your flickering title cards and your good depth of field. We
That
can't
is
even
Addison.
shoot one camera right.
Yeah, that's Addison Marshall, our producer. We have nothing
my
to do.
God.
You should see us. We don't know how to
No,
use
I can
cameras.
tell you that I broke down crying. So the first thing is on week 1, I was like, listen, if we're going to do this podcast, I want to film it all. I want 3 cameras. I want it to be high quality, big budget. So we shoot the first episode, and Addison goes and edits it. And I'm very anal about stuff. And I said, Addison, I need the hard drive. Let me just do a quick pass on it myself. She brings the hard drive over, and she's like, are you cool? And I was like, I've totally got it. I spent the next 5 days adding sound design and whip pan. I added saw transitions in the fucking podcast. And literally, what was it, 2 days before it was supposed to be uploaded to iTunes, I dropped the hard drive. And as again, you learn in filmmaking, you never give anyone the only footage of whatever. And that was all we had, was that footage that I broke. We happen to have a shitty audio that I had sent Josh as like a temp that we ended up releasing, but I lost all of the footage on that.
Yeah, he's not allowed to touch the hard drives anymore.
I did edit the last episode with Mendez, and I got angry because I was like, this is harder than any fucking, because I say a lot. I'm like,
Oh, don't worry. I'm the guy, and Adam's the guy.
No, but me trying to cut out the fucking my dumb stare, like I'll stare off at something, like cutting that out, doing 3 cameras and making it. I regret it.
Kane, with
Yes.
Casualty Friday, do you guys have video or is it still just audio?
We do have video.
You do have video.
I believe so.
Oh, that's
I believe
unfortunate.
So you guys have been doing that show for a bit now. What advice would you have for these guys who they're like what, like a month into releasing episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us your knowledge, dude. We need it.
I don't even know what kind of advice to give other than
Quit.
just be
stop.
honest about personal stuff. That's what, just like the documentary and the book and stuff, the things that people have really connected with the most is the honest stuff, not necessarily the career shit.
We've
So-
had that. It happened. You said it when on your guys' podcast when there was that moment where you saw people starting not to hold back, like
With him.
Yeah.
He changed the game for ours because most people come in and they're very guarded and everything needs to be good. Everyone was a trooper. And then he walked in and it's like, no, this is how it really is. And then we started getting contacted by people being like, I got a story. I want to come on. I want to, and like, that's sort of, I wish we could say, oh, that was by design, but really it was him. And that's why I don't care that they're ripping us off now.
I know it really is. We actually were gonna try on the first episode to have our own like audio be like, "This is the movie Crypt. This is a Josh and Darren."
You
no,
have the
but-
nicer title cards. You guys have a one up. I'm just
So we'll
saying.
always win on the title cards, Joe. Mike Mendez, he started to get very angry on some of his stories. Then he would stop and he's like, I don't think I can say that. And I was like, no, continue. Say it.
Keep saying it.
Keep saying it.
I saw that he was talking about like a manager who did nothing but was taking, yeah, like
He was doing that. And he was talking about how, you know, I don't know about, I guess you guys both, and I don't want to say disowned, but had really bad experiences on movies that make you just not want to walk away and not want to touch them. We were talking about that, and he went down the road on the heist movie, Last Heist with Henry Rollins. He got very angry.
With
recounting-
Rollins?
Yeah, with Rollins. He said that.
We didn't get angry with
No,
Rollins.
not with Rollins,
Yeah,
with the
no.
movie.
He loved
That-
Rollins. He loved Rollins. He
He-
was talking really highly about it.
No, he did.
Yeah.
He said the cast. He said the shooting was great, but at the very end, during the post process, everything just became a clusterfuck, and he started getting very animated in his storytelling.
I wish you guys could see Adam's face just now when you were like, "Oh yeah," and the post process just went to total shit.
When in the the movie that won't be named of yours. That we
Knights of Badass them.
Oh,
When
you
did
can
you
say it. Knights of
realize-
Badass them. It's totally fine.
When did you realize, man, fuck this? Like, when was it? Was it shooting or was it after shooting?
Day
It's al-
6.
Day 6.
Day 6.
Specific.
Yeah. The first week, it was all the stuff that was shot during the day was going pretty okay until one of our actors, his appendix burst, and they were like, "We gotta cast some dude like right now." So I'm on a laptop while we're setting up another scene, and I go, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that's the guy." And they went, "Okay, great." And once we got done with that was like the hardest part of that whole week. And then once we got into nights, no pun, it turned into a fucking nightmare. It was
Oh,
awful.
God.
Well, the main thing is, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this before too, you know, everyone's searching for the perfect place to get the most money out of a location with tax breaks. And at the time, Spokane, Washington was that place. And they're like, we're going to get like 35 to 40% off of, you know, for back with taxes and everything. What they didn't realize was that for a movie that's shot all at night, and you have a location that only has nighttime from 10:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m., maybe not the best place to fucking shoot a movie that's mostly set at night. So this is where you filmmakers out there your buttholes will pucker, at least the three of you, maybe Kane, but his butthole's always puckered. We would start at 5, and this was already after we're, you know, kind of getting acclimated to night shoots. We would start at 5. We would block out these scenes. And these are scenes with like lots of actors. It's not just two people talking. It's Dinklage and Steve Zahn and Quantin and Summer Glau and Jimmy Simpson, like a bunch of people who all have their own processes, but we block out the scene for the first hour, and then that's it. We sat there from 6 o'clock until 10:30 doing nothing. Couldn't shoot a thing. It was horrible. That was like when that happened, and I was like, "Is there anything we can do?" And they're like, "Move the sun." Like that was it. There was nothing else you can do. That was when I started putting Surzone in my pocket, my antidepressant at the time. I would put it in that little jeans pocket and just know it was there in case I needed it. And I never really took it, but the amount of fully clothed showers I would have, like crawled up in a ball crying. It sounds hyperbolic. I'm not fucking kidding. Like that's
I mean,
really
if
what
it's
it
not
was.
for
It was awful.
Adderall and alcohol, I would not have made it through most of, I mean, just the amount of,
I need to start trying these things.
oh yeah, the Bousman cocktail, Adderall and alcohol, man.
We're doing this to save dogs, everybody. And
Wait,
right now we
wait.
are at
I thought we were giving money to kill shelters to kill dogs.
no. That
Oh,
next
Jesus.
weekend.
Oh, that's next weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta get-
God, that was bizarre. We are at $25,653 raised right now, and we still have 28 minutes to go in night one of Yorkiethon 9. God, that was a lot of numbers.
That's amazing. That's huge, dude.
Yeah.
How
well,
did the showing of the movie go? Since I fucked up and missed it.
it was good. We drove
Everyone
a-
got really excited when Ken Kersinger came on.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
You should go
wait.
into comedy. I'm glad you
I did
froze
have a
it, man.
question for you about that. So Ken, you throw him into a mirror in that, right? That's him?
Yes.
But then
Yeah.
didn't he have to do like the car hit or
He
something?
didn't have to.
But it was like a
They
quick
wouldn't
second.
let me. They
Okay.
wouldn't let me do it because it is a very tricky stunt. I always say it's one of the more difficult stunts to do because the timing has to be absolutely perfect because a car is hitting you and you got to get up on the hood without making it look like you're doing that. You know what I mean? So that you have to just lift up right as the car is hitting you. It still hits you, but not with such a blow that you go over the, the hood and everything. And they said, I said, I've done this stunt many times. And they said, Paramount was just adamant that they said, if you get hurt, you fuck up your leg, the rest of the shooting is fucked.
Yeah.
And so I reluctantly had to let him do it. And, I don't think it was a great car hit, but that's probably just because I was pissed off. And he also did one other shot in the movie. The subway, supposedly the subway, when he walks off the back of the subway car, Jason, it's actually Ken also. I never even knew that was shot. That was one of the
That's
things
why
that
it was so
probably
good.
done by second unit or post-production or something, because I didn't even know that happened. And I always give him shit about it. I get along great with Kersinger now. I was bitter for a long time, but it's not his fault. So, but when he walks off the train, he's swinging his arms. Look at it again sometime when he walks off what's supposed to be a subway in New York, which you can tell it's not. And yeah, he's swinging his arms, and I thought, what the fuck is that? That's not me, first of all. And he didn't try to emulate my walk, I guess. I don't know.
Since we have the guy who's killed more people on screen than any other actor ever, and then we got the guys behind 4 Saw films at this point, the two of you together.
Three
Or what?
7 in total.
7 in
Seven
total.
in total.
7 Saw films between the two of them. So Kane, if you had to torture somebody, how would you do it?
Torture or murder?
Torture, because these guys are all about torture. We
Yeah,
murder, they
that's true.
torture.
Boy, I have I ever tortured anyone? Really? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's called acting opposite you.
No, but if you had to,
If I had to, well, I think it would be, well, I can't say rip somebody's jaw off because I did that, right, Joe?
I mean,
Did
poorly.
everything. Nothing you can say that you haven't done.
Kind of, yeah. But even though it almost literally killed me, I think setting someone on fire is the worst torture.
I'm gonna hijack for a second, and since we have him on here, we've talked about him. Kane, would you ever play yourself? Are you? Would you play yourself in a movie where you are in on the joke? Like, how many movies? Like, if you had to make a rough estimate right now, how many times you've killed someone on screen? What would that be?
Uh, well, I 55 as Jason, 62 as Victor, and then, various other BTK and fucking Ed Gein and all those. But
Okay, so Josh and I, part of the idea of our podcast is we are putting together a movie in real time. So week to week, we're figuring out what the movie's going to be, and we're throwing out a couple of ideas that we have. And one of the ideas that I have that I really, really want to do is I want to do the Expendables, but in the horror world meets Three Amigos. So if you take Expendables and Three Amigos, and here's the premise, I'm going to give it to you in literally 20 seconds.
okay.
A bunch of the Hollywood's biggest, baddest killers and bad guys from movies are all called to a convention. They get there and the convention's fucking terrible. No one's there. It's just fucking sad. And they're like, why the fuck are we all here? And I'm talking, so it's like you and Bill Moseley and Doug Bradley. You realize that you've been called there because a bunch of kids have called the biggest, baddest serial killers to defeat this evil in their town. Like Three Amigos, when Three Amigos shows up?
I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So you would have to play yourself. So you are Kane Hodder showing up. Now I want it all though. I'm saying lean into like, you got a bad knee, you got, you've got all these issues. So you're putting all these people together that we've seen play, the Michael Myers, the Jasons, the Pinheads, having to literally go out and battle this town's evil. But again, one of my things I'm always excited about this. I got to get like the either Robert England or the who did we talk about last week? Bruce Campbell. And he's the guy that's gonna die like a bitch in the first scene. Like you're gonna expect him to be the big guy, but he's just gonna fucking die. But
Good.
is that something that if we came back to you with a little more fleshed out, because we don't have a story yet, we just have that idea of Expendables meets Three Amigos. Would you be down to play yourself?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
He's really good with comedy too. Like, so
Yeah, because we'd definitely be leaning into some of the fun,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe.
That-
So
that- I
watching
would
on
love
our show,
that.
fuck
And-
this show for a second. Kane Hodder's the first one we talked to. That was a good pick. He's like, yeah, man, that's
that's the only reason they came. So they were very disappointed when you weren't here for the.
we should.
Oh.
That was like
God.
maybe we picked Kane to be the first
Now,
time.
now you have to remember there was a movie called Smothered. Do
I've
you-
never seen
do you-
Smothered.
You know that movie?
We don't
Is
know
that the
one.
Waffle House movie?
Just go back to the shelter, Joe, please.
Oh, wow, that's the best he got. Jeez.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna break my heart right now. I'm gonna look it up.
No,
and it's
but
gonna be like, Smothered,
Smothered-
Expendables meets.
And Kane was in it playing himself.
I
Okay.
was in a movie called Smothered, playing myself, directed and I believe written by John Schneider, who
What?
I used to,
From
Dukes
Man,
of
from
Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard,
Okay,
I used
okay.
to work with him.
From Lake Placid 3?
And the tagline was called The Expendables of Horror.
How long ago did that come out? As long as it's like 12 months ago or longer, I'm fine. I can give.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it was years ago. It was years.
Oh well, then I'm
But,
fine. I'm fine.
I played myself. Moseley was in it. Don Shanks was in it. I think
But with
R.A.
Robert England in it going out like a bitch. I mean, that's the question.
And it was all comedy, and I loved it. I like, as much as I love doing violent shit and horror movies, comedy is right there next.
I
And
love it. That's awesome.
I
just
I
think
would
also
love to be involved in this.
I'll move a little bit this way.
I am such a fan of, Galaxy Quest we were talking about recently, but the world of conventions to me is always hilarious and awesome. I want to do a movie set in that type of.
Yeah,
like-
I have a.
God, fuck you.
I'll
If
tell
you're
you.
gonna-
Mine's a TV series though.
Okay.
Um.
I will
Okay.
steal it. I will steal your intro and I will steal the story.
Please do.
Go ahead.
So this is something that has come up on the podcast before, but while we have everybody here, and because you just said, the Expendables of horror, and you mentioned Doug Bradley, Pinhead, I've gone on the record on the podcast saying this. I think the Cenobites are the most useless characters in horror.
Wow.
Oh, that's a low one.
They look awesome, but they do nothing. Pinhead makes
chattering dude
threats.
makes chattering noises.
He makes chattering noises.
What about DVD dude or DVD girl that throws the
CD guy, yeah.
Yeah, the CD
actually
guy.
like kill anybody with, like, and Doug Bradley just says what he's gonna do. I'll do this to you. I'll do fucking thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Leather daddy outfit. He's got a great, like, I'm just saying, when you take Leatherface, Jason, Michael Myers, like and then you got Pinhead who's just like, ah, I'll threaten you. Oh, fuck off.
I'll threaten you. terse
Leather
British
boy
words.
or whatever. Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree? Though, like, what have you ever seen the Cenobites do except make threats?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because we're asking everybody this weekend, because we kind of have like a Halloween theme going. Like, this is hard for you because you've played two pretty well-known slashers. But if it's not Jason or Victor Crowley, who would your favorite slasher be?
We talked about this. I've always wished I could play Michael.
Okay, Darren, favorite slasher? Victor Crowley, really? Okay, and Josh.
Yeah, but wait. We're talking
Hitler.
icons. What about like general movies? Not all slasher movies have to be like franchises, right?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going back to that, thinking about what are the things it's not like a multiple sequel film, and I'm trying to think.
Shocker.
What's your son's name?
Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. That's not
I was
fun
going to
though.
write that on the SATs. That was so many bubbles to fill out.
That's the A24 of slashers, so that one counts. That's fine.
No, I do. It's not fun though, and like I like my slashers fun. I mean, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is just upsetting, but it's up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's yours? Who did?
I mean, Halloween was the movie that made me want to make horror movies, so that's definitely up there. But I would say, as far as just terrifying, Texas Chainsaw, just that character is just, when he's dancing around with the chainsaw at the end of the movie, it's another level.
Right. And you guys know that I did the mocap for Leatherface in the game,
Yes.
and I had to do that chainsaw dance. And
That's cool.
on the mocap stage, and you do not have any idea how hard it was, because Gunnar used a real chainsaw, so I had to. I didn't want to let him down. And it is incredibly difficult to make it look as easy as he did. And so if you play the game and you see him doing the chainsaw dance, it's probably not as good as Gunnar's, but
can I
it's
tell
still
you,
fun to do.
I mentioned this on our last podcast. The first actor that I ever attached to a movie was Coolio, and starring opposite Coolio was Gunnar Hansen.
He's an actor?
Yeah, as an actor, this was what Saw 2 became when I was doing it as the Desperate. It was those two were the first cast members.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, that's right. So Saw 2 was originally called The Desperate, not Wichita? Wichita
Yes,
became
Wichita
Mother's Day.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Going back and rewatching an obscure, not obscure movie, but an obscure serial killer, but Mickey and Mallory from
Natural Born Killers.
Killers. I go back to that is somebody that's and not only did I love the movie, they're just fucking cool, and it's like I'd be okay to be killed by them. I think. I'm just saying.
Do you guys here? Let me ask you this: Have you all seen the director's cut and the theatrical cut
of Natural Born Killers?
Yeah. Which do you prefer?
Theatrical.
I can't remember. Isn't it the ending?
Well, the director's cut mainly has all the courtroom footage. It's different. The ending's different. It's actually a pretty different movie when it comes to like the edit and stuff. They took out a lot of stuff. I prefer the theatrical version. I think it's just like shorter, sweeter, and to the point.
I don't know if I've ever told this anywhere, but the prison riot at the end of Natural Born Killers, I had the rights to that book. It's a real riot. It was based on the New Mexico prison uprising. There's a book called Devil's Butcher Shop. And I had no idea that's what it was based on. And so when I got the book and I got the rights, I go and I meet the prosecuting attorney who was one of the people on the case. And guy must have been in his 70s. And I'm in New Mexico, and he said, I can show you something, but these things I will show you, you cannot unsee. And of course I say yes. And this is after dinner. So the females, his wife and his daughter leave the room, and I'm there, and he pulls down, it's like at the beginning of like Sinister, he pulls down the like projector thing, and he shows me the aftermath that was when the what's it called? Not the reserves, the state
National Guard.
National Guard.
National Guard went in. They photographed everything, and it is what Oliver Stone based, or that entire end of the movie. I guess Quentin Tarantino. Wait, didn't he write it? Who wrote it?
Yeah.
But it was
Tarantino
based
wrote it.
on that thing. And if you ever get a chance, the book's called Devil's Butcher Shop. It starts with a 20-page. You're reading the radio calls. You're basically can read the calls of the National Guard.
Oh wow.
It is the most horrific thing in the world. Like, they decapitated people, they played kickball and soccer with the heads, they put people in ovens, and then they would put brooms to lock them in the ovens. But that, if you watch the riot, so I was attached to that movie for years, and eventually it died because that prison in New Mexico is now a filming location. They filmed All the Pretty Horses there. They filmed that Adam Sandler The Longest Yard movie there.
Yeah.
They would not let us film there. We got rejected for the tax credit because they did not. In the true story, all the inmates said, we're going to riot on this day if these demands aren't met. And the demands were very like, it's overcrowded, there are maggots in the food, the heating, the air. It's like they had real issues. No one listened to them. They reached out to the mayor, the governor, radio, TV. No one did shit. They took over the prison the minute they said they were going to take it over, and they did exactly what they said. And so when it happened, everyone was like, we're fucked. The governor, the mayor, everyone was like, we're fucked. Let's get rid of the prisoners and send them everywhere. So they disbanded those prisoners everywhere. So New Mexico was like, when we tried to make that movie. That was going to be after Saw 3, The Devil's Butcher Shop.
That's awesome.
It's a great book.
That was the one for you?
So where are the prisoners now?
They all got sent. It's been so long now, but they basically disbanded them. And here's what's crazy about the story.
They work at CAA.
They probably work at CAA. In the actual prison riot, which is still known to be the bloodiest riot in American history, I encourage you guys to go look this up. It was not the death row inmates are the ones that became heroes, and it was the white collar criminals that committed the crimes. Oh, wow. So these and that was the story. Our story was not a horror film. It was this element of it. All these death row people said, this is our chance at redemption. All of the white collar criminals got hopped up. The first thing they did was took over the medicine, the infirmary. They got hopped up on the drugs, and they went fucking crazy and bad shit. The death row inmates are the ones that saved every guard. Not one guard was killed during it, but all the inmates were killed. The snitches. I'm telling you, if you guys want a fucked up book, The Devil's Butcher Shop.
All right.
And Darren's going to put an autographed copy of that in the silent auction right now.
I'll do it. You know what? I'm going to sign my copy of the book and add it to the auction.
Don't give him anything else. He's going to fucking kill himself.
We're going to add it. And have you put 5 copies of 11/11/11 signed?
These guys were going to put something in the auction
I wanted
this
to
year.
do it. You're too much of a bitch. You should have just put it up there.
I didn't understand what it was, but it was basically going to be a private Zoom with them watching Good Luck Chuck and 11/11/11, their least favorite of their films, where they were going to do a private commentary for one single person who won the auction.
Total of 8 on Rotten Tomatoes between both of our movies.
Well, this is awesome that Kane still showed up. This is like an all-star ending.
Yeah, it's
here.
great. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I know. Joe will never let me hear the end of it, and I don't blame you.
I should have other
dispatches from your new condo.
A different movie. You need to have different people doing commentary on shit they've never even seen.
Okay, we've never done people doing commentaries on shit they haven't seen, but in the first 2 years of this, it would just be fans of that movie, like filmmakers who are fans of another movie doing commentaries. But then once we started having the actual people involved, wasn't Friday 7 one of the first?
That was one of the first ones, and that was with Kane and Beekler, which was epic. That was a great commentary.
Not only was the commentary amazing, but something happened in the middle of it where there's actually a plaque in the bathroom here that somebody why
don't you go get the plaque and read it?
Because I have to pull it out of the wall. But basically, in the middle of that commentary, you guys suddenly took a pause for some reason. Everyone stopped speaking, and all you hear is Joe taking the most disgusting, horrible shit from the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Now, one thing. Wait. No. First off, I completely accept the charges against me and my anus.
But the best part is we all hear this like. And then Kane just goes, "What the fuck?"
But again, the context was we were up for at that, because that was Sunday. That was a Sunday commentary. So we were up for 2 days straight my bowels were done. They were ready to evacuate immediately, and I couldn't hold it in. And I thought, for once, you can't shut Kane fucking up about anything Jason Voorhees related. So I thought, here's my chance. And of course, he had to pause at one moment. And, you know,
And you
the
blasted.
rest is
Find the
history.
audio for that. Oh my God. And we'll put it in the auction.
This might have been on the first time I was ever in air, so I might have told this story, but
I thought I could make it 5 more minutes, but if I don't piss.
no, this
Yeah,
I'm going
you
to tell my shit
We're
story.
taking over.
You can take it over.
This
Hey,
is
everyone,
Darren.
great to Darren, Josh,
Oh, thank God he's gone. All right, boys,
Yeah.
it's all you.
Finally.
Okay. No, listen, Kane, this is a great story. It's about my bowels. So
Fantastic.
it is okay. It is. Listen, Saw 2, my first movie ever. I have massive imposter syndrome, and I'm freaking out. I'm terrified, and it's day one of filming. And the way that it worked in Toronto was the production offices were on top of the sound stage. Everything was built. And we're getting ready to film. DP needs 15 minutes, and I had to fucking shit. And I'm like nervous, and I'm sweating, and I had the meat sweats because I had steak the night before. And I'm like, at 10-100, and they're like, Darren's going 10-100, 10-100. And I go up to the production office, and the toilet was right by the production coordinator's desk. And it was the only single stall private thing that I knew no one would come in. So I didn't know if I was going to throw up or I was going to go to the bathroom. And I luckily wasn't throw up, but I did go to the bathroom. And as I have my headset on, I can hear him say, "Where's director? We're ready to roll, ready to roll." And then I'm hearing people start yelling. I hear Dan Hefner going, "Where the fuck is he?" And I'm hearing this over, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't feel good. I got to go. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And so I stand up and I flushed. And as I flushed, I see the toilet water going up, 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 up. And I'm,
Oh, the worst
Oh,
feeling.
no.
we need Darren on set now. And so I had to make the call. I just left in the toilet, and I didn't tell anyone.
Oh
So
my God.
I run down.
You weren't going to make your day otherwise.
No,
You
I
have
know.
to think
So I
about the
run
day.
down, and I run down, and again, at this point, I still had cans on. I don't think I do that anymore, but I'm hearing all the radio calls. So as I'm doing, this is the first shot on the first day of Saw 2. I hear, we have a problem in the production office. I hear, we need maintenance up here right now.
Oh no.
That was day one of filming.
I've got a really good shit story also on the set.
Jesus Christ.
Adam is dying right now. He is so
No,
done.
We got this, Adam. We got this.
So Sorority Row is shooting in Pittsburgh, and my writing partner Pete and I are on set, and there's a huge sign over the upstairs bathroom that says "Hot set, do not enter." So
Oh, no.
Pete decides we're on the ground floor here shooting the last shot of one of the scenes. And and Pete's like, I really got to take a shit. So he goes upstairs. He doesn't understand what the word hot set
Oh,
means.
no.
Goes into the bathroom, takes the worst dump in the entire fucking world. And while he's in the bathroom, the crane, the what's it called? The steady crane or whatever it is, starts coming up outside the window to shine the lights inside. And there are people looking inside. And all of a sudden, all of like the camera equipment starts being brought into the bathroom. And you could hear people say, "What the fuck is that smell? That's horrible." And Pete stuck away and just pretended like it didn't happen.
I'm watching their bids go down with these bid stories. Like, you're losing money. I apologize. All right. Well, thank you for listening for Darren and Josh Make a Movie. We thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Wait,
Could you maybe retitle it like Darren and Josh Make a Poopy?
do we have our day one sign off ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you to Darren Bousman and Josh. I can't wait. It's Darren and Josh Make a Movie, right?
Yeah. Josh,
It's going to change soon. It's going to be Josh and
Right.
Darren Make a Movie.
Josh Stolberg and a guy named Darren Make a Movie is
I
the
love
name
it.
of their
Thank you.
podcast. Thank you guys so much, especially for coming in.
So we are here at Arioscope. Arioscope.
It's just airy scope.
Arioscope. That's a cinema term.
Yeah.
With Adam Green.
Hello.
Adam, I thought my man cave was cool, but this is like a whole other fucking level of just insanity.
Yeah, well, see, it usually looks better, but we're in the middle of Yorkiethon 9, our annual charity event for Save Yorkie Rescue. This was the end of night 1. There's all this equipment and stuff's all moved around, and my OCD is kind of like, oh man, don't film this place like like this, like because
No, dude, this is dude. Show it. I mean, what is this? Like, show us around because this is fucking crazy.
okay. So
Show us your favorite couple of things.
many years ago, we had a spot on the Warner lots, not Warner Brothers, but the old Warner lot in Santa Monica, Hermosa, and it was maybe this big for the same price as we pay, not just for this building, but another building with editorial and this whole courtyard outside where we could build sets. And we don't need permits and stuff because the neighbors are cool and we're behind a gate and no one can see we're shooting. So originally when we got this, it was kind of empty and we were building sets in here and out there. And then slowly it just became my man cave. So lots of Legos, as you'll see, monsters and props from our various films and Halloween short films.
Oh, look, Spiral. Oh, the other Spiral.
The original, actually, even that's not the original. There were 10 spirals before mine, I think. These are.
Those are all the Yorkiethon. How many years have you been doing Yorkiethon for?
This is our 9th. Now, the issue though is we never made a poster for the first one because we didn't know it was going to become a thing.
Ooh, biscuits.
You're right, I'm no good. How could I do that? I'm a sick cows.
And there's food.
Biscuits.
I went through like a little bit of a nervous breakdown in like 2014, like death, divorce, like just all these bad things. And my friend Seth introduced me to Legos. I'd never touched a Lego in my whole life. And then I became fucking obsessed.
That is amazing.
I couldn't stop building Legos. And my advice to anybody is they are very fun to put together, but they are a fucking waste of space. And all they do is collect dust and they're dirty as fuck. And nobody wants them afterwards. Because I'm like, oh man, I could give these away. People are like, they're already built. Fuck you. And then these are toys that were in my home office. Now, one thing, I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I don't have any of my movie stuff, especially my own movie stuff, anywhere in my home.
Right.
Like, I don't
Laura's
want to
given
look
me
at it.
3 walls. I have 3 walls. Everything else is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can have a place outside of the house to hang that stuff, because this is just for work. And then when I go home, I'm at home, because I'm sure you guys know what it's like. You come in some mornings and you're just like, all you see is failure. And you're just like, fuck, I never got paid on that one. This one, fuck me, that didn't go the way I thought. And it's like, it's just not healthy. So
You know, a conversation we were having on the last show with Mike Mendez was talking specifically, a very real talk about how difficult. Everyone thinks, oh, you're the director, you're rich, you've got you're the world is your oyster, but I feel like you're a lot like we are, where you're scraping by trying to make another movie because of the love of it, but it's tough. It's tough in between those gigs.
yeah, and the older you get, the tougher it gets, only because I think when you're just young and hungry and you just want to make a movie, you don't care if you even get paid. You just want to get on a set and show that you can do it.
Yeah.
And I think it should always be like that to some extent. But once you've done enough things that have generated enough money and become things, like in my case, I don't think of Hatchet as like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street or Saw or any of those things. But when there's been 4 of something and there's 3 action figures in Walmart and Target, and then you go to a convention and you're seeing the merch walking around, and there's comic books and there's Halloween masks, and they were all made for nothing. Don't tell me it hasn't made money. But their whole thing is, well, first you're going to have to prove it did by suing us, and that's going to cost you a lot of money. And that's this business.
We were standing outside. Morgan, who is behind the camera right now, who's kind of like a jack of all trades, who does everything and has been working with me now for 10 years. We just got back from a project, and after doing the work, completing the work, we didn't get paid. They basically said, just joking, we're gonna file bankruptcy, we're not gonna pay you. The rage that I feel, because as I've gotten older, you're right, it used to be Saw 2, I got paid nothing. And I was so excited to be on a film set. Now I got a family, I got a mortgage, I have a wife,
That's the thing.
I got fucking bills. And their response, literally, it is, well, aren't you a big Hollywood director? Do you really need our... And I'm like, fuck you. Like, my wife likes sushi.
Like I can't.
No, but your wife also likes health insurance.
That's it. It's our kids' education.
Yes.
And not being terrified anymore. When you're 25, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
the fear of having kids and the fear of having a mortgage, it's a lot.
Let me ask you this. I don't want to name a movie to seem like I'm stealing a movie. But because you guys do it. Good Luck Chuck and 11-11-1. Those aren't the ones that you go to bed at night and be like, I got fucked, man. Like, I didn't get my money or whatever. No. But the Saw films, those done pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
It does, and I think that there is this misconception that if a film is successful, we as filmmakers are successful, and that is absolutely not. In fact,
It should be.
Yeah.
We all
I
have
know.
contracts that say if it makes a profit, you're entitled to these many points of that thing.
Yeah.
And especially when you're the writer and the director on something, now that's like twice as many points sometimes. And then when you're talking about the second or third, fourth, and the thing you created, now you're talking about even more points.
Yeah.
And merchandise. And then when nothing, but you're seeing it all everywhere.
Yeah.
That's where it just and it sucks because I want to go back to being 25 and being like, I don't care, man, I just wanted to do it, or I just want to do it for the fans.
Yeah.
I do enough stuff just for the fans. Scary Sleepover, did 3 seasons of that. The podcast, we're not making money on the podcast. Like, we have a Patreon that helps keep this place open, so we have a place to make podcasts.
Yeah.
But we never got into it for the money.
Yeah.
But when you there's just certain things where you know.
Yeah.
Somebody made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
it's frustrating,
when you don't
especially
even know
when
who that is.
Yeah. Because if you look at something like Hatchet, it's you. I mean, I know you have a crew and all of those things.
Yes.
Every single person was intimately involved, and it's so important. But at the end of the day, Hatchet is your baby. I mean,
yes. But and again, I got to be careful because it's not Saw. It's not something that made, or like Blair Witch, where it made so much money. Like, how do you hide it? Although, as we all found out over the last year, they never got anything either.
Yeah.
And so a movie that costs either $35,000 or $50,000, depending on who you talk to.
Yeah.
Not including, I know Artisan put a little more into post once before it got released, but it's still, the movie was made for nothing and made $250 million in theaters. That's before Blockbuster and DVD and cable and sequels and escape rooms.
Yeah.
And they got fruit baskets.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you would just think they'd be like, man, did we luck out with this? You know what?
Yeah.
Josh Leonard, Heather Donahue. Here's $1 million. Here's $1 million. And to them, that would have been like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But instead, it was you get nothing, and we're going to keep using your real name and your likeness. And now, apparently, in the last few months, there was some gesture made to get them to get some more goodwill between everybody. Thank God, because I love everyone involved with that movie, man. I love all of them.
Yeah.
But it's just a shitty business, and I do think in the beginning you're lucky to be getting the opportunity. But once you've done something that connected and made somebody some money, you've proven you're worth something. So at least just treat everyone fairly.
That's the conversation that we were having that Josh, you brought up was at what point do you bite your tongue because you don't want to be known as that guy? And I think I'm at the age now that I don't give a fuck if I'm that guy. If I'm owed money, if I've done the work and I've poured my heart and soul. In the case of this thing, Morgan and I, it was 5 months of us not being at home, doing the work, exploiting our names, and then to basically get a firm handshake and a fuck you. It's not okay anymore. And I don't care if I become that guy that's hard to work with because I raised as shit because I was devalued.
But how do you sleep at night knowing that you're screwing this many people this bad, and that you just go, hey, it's a business. Fuck you. All right, and if that's the business, then I have the right to tell people what you're doing. But there is that thing where you don't want to be that guy because now you're difficult.
Or I've signed NDAs before where I'm not even allowed to say what happened.
Yeah.
It's, you just gotta shut up, grin and take it.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, before we leave, I just want to see these guys out over here. You gotta show us.
So these are just some of the monsters from the movies, and so after you shoot, they have to be kind of like preserved so that they'll just sit and not rot.
Right.
So they don't look as good as they did on set. But this was chicken from Digging Up the Marrow. This was on a track, and it could run and flop back and forth, and the mouth opened and closed. But the best part about it is to make it anatomically correct, they even sculpted an asshole.
That is awesome. I love it.
Monowitz did that.
I love it.
Based on Alex Pardee's art. And then this is a Victor Crowley. Obviously, Kane Hodder plays him, but this was just like a statue that Robert Pendergraft made using the real stuff from set.
And I love the extra, yeah.
That's Tony Todd's skinless torso from Hatchet 2.
Amazing.
This is another Ding with the Marrow one. This thing took 6 people to operate. There were bladders that moved here. The eyes moved, the mouth opened, spit came out, and then there was an actress underneath it whose arms were painted like this skin.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the moment the light turns on, hands go up in front of its face. So you only see this on screen for 14 frames.
Holy crap!
And so the investor on the film was kind of like, can you show it more? We spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
Another Kane Hodder character, Meshuggah from Chillerama. This was like a Jewish Frankenstein in a short film that was all about making fun of Hitler. This is not that impressive, but it's the only thing I have of my friend Dave, who was odorous in Guar and Holliston. He passed away 11 years ago. That's Sean Ashmore in Hatchet 2.
Oh my god.
Baby Victor Crowley from Hatchet 2. Even has a little penis. Ed Ackerman from... God, this stuff looks so bad with the light put on. That's the infamous jaw rip from Hatchet 1. That was the actual head that we ripped.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is Pumpkin Dick from one of our Halloween shorts. Kane Hodder's Michael Myers mask from the Driving Lessons Halloween
I like
shorts.
the BDSM Michael Myers.
That's from Holliston. I wore that when I had a threesome with Daniel Harris and Kane Hodder on the show. That was the first Victor Crowley Halloween mask, a prototype. That was Chase Williamson's face from Hatchet 3, but repurposed for a Halloween short. That is a band no one's ever heard of called Megadeth. And
Megadeth.
This is Joe Lynch's head, and this was something Rob Pendergraft made for a music video where they just thought it'd be funny to have Joe's head in a jar.
Looks like the thing. It looks like what's his name from The Thing too.
Yeah, it looks like Kurt Russell in The Thing, McCready.
Oh, that's awesome. Dude, this is the best. This is like...
It is a really fun place, and my favorite thing about it is how many people will just stop by to hang out and commiserate all the time.
Yeah.
That means a lot that people are comfortable hanging out here.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on today's episode. Please give the show a follow, and if you could leave a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, each post helps us reach more listeners like you. Another way to support us is to join the crew at djmakeamovie.com. We'd love to hear from you. Follow and join the conversation at DJ Make a Movie on all social platforms. Let's make a movie together.
Darren and Josh Make a Movie, Season 1. Hosted by Darren Bousman and Josh Stolberg. Produced by Addison Marshall. Email the team at djmakeamovie@gmail.com. To watch on video and enjoy all the visuals you may have missed listening to the audio version of the show, subscribe to the Darren and Josh Make a Movie YouTube channel. Thank you for joining.
Oh, yes, there will be blood.
No, it's not creepy at all.
I run a house with 50 crazy bitches. Taught them to survive.
This is real life!
You're hallucinating.
It is real.
This is okay.
That girl really needs to learn to keep her mouth shut.
With each other.
That is disgusting.
Is that a fucking piranha?
They took my penis! They took my penis! Oh, I wish I hadn't seen that.
You haven't seen anything yet.
You want to play games, motherfucker? Citrate comes in a little glass vial.
Hallelujah!
Darren and Josh make a movie.
Cut, Casper. That's a wrap.